We are back with another episode of IBTE Sports Podcast. You got everybody back today. Everybody's back. Neil say, "Yo, I haven't been here.
I ran off PTO.
HR had me on leave because I didn't do my harassment training, and
That's not true.
and he said he just seen a whole bunch of shit on Facebook. People talking crazy. He said we need to have this show
Tonight.
Tuesday because I can't be there to Wednesday.
Move the show up.
Hey, listen, I want
There's shit that needs to be said.
I know that, Kenny, this is about to be a good one because
hold on.
old boy was in pre-pro at 8:00 on the dot. We never see this. He's always late. So he got a lot to say. But Neil, how you feeling, man? What's up?
Feeling good. Just did a move. That's why I was absent. Had to move places, so I'm all set up, ready to go. Shouldn't be missing anymore. Holiday season, we love this time. Christmas time, crazy good. I got a lot to say tonight. I've been off for a little bit, and I mean, it's fuck the Saints.
I just love how this is like it works out perfect. He's been MIA, hasn't said nothing about the fucking Rams, and then it's Saints Rams week. He just and can you look how nice I am? And can you move the show till Tuesday? What a guy. Because I could have just said I couldn't give you the floor at all. I said we keeping it Wednesday.
Fuck the Saints.
What about you? What about you, Kenny? What's up with you, man?
Oh, it's just it's been wonderful. As I have always said, I have two types of takes, right or eventually right, and
Delayed, right?
It just seems like these past couple weeks, everything that I've said has been starting to come to fruition. Like almost like maybe I'm not a hater, maybe I kind of know what I'm talking about.
Like what, Kenny?
Jalen Hurts is maybe not really an elite.
Hold on. Don't say anything yet. Phil, go ahead, Phil.
Oh,
let's get going here. All right, let's go.
Oh, because we have a whole speech prepared. We have a whole
fucking around.
segment.
Let's go.
Gotcha. For me, a pretty good week. 3-0 fantasy football, including a win over Mr. Kenny Lacey over here on the panel. So hey,
Damn.
good game, Kenny.
He earned it, bro. He earned it.
I'm as shocked as you are. So hey, it was hard. It was hard fought. So
if CJ Stroud getting a concussion, it absolutely tanks me.
You know what else tanks you is the fact that Joe Burrow tore his finger.
No, because Jake Browning's been good. It was so I had to play Desmond Ridder because of
but the haul that you gave up for Burrow.
Oh yeah,
killed you.
But I wouldn't have been in the situation I was in if I hadn't because it still panned out for me.
Also, thank you, Sam Laporta. Said it would have been.
Sam Laporta. Still
My guy.
He fucking made that trade.
The Detroit Lions offense absolutely hammered me this week in every league I played.
Jameer Gibbs, Laporta. Shout out, y'all.
Then I had to play CMC in 2 leagues. It's just,
This is about to be the most conflicted I'll ever be in fantasy football. I gotta play against Tyreek Hill, and I have Tyreek Hill in the big money league, and then obviously armchair. I gotta play against him. So
for the first time since 2016, I did not reach a championship in any of my fantasy football leagues. I don't know what to do with myself. I've never been out of the playoffs this early.
He said, "All I know is winning, man."
I mean, like even if I don't win, I'm always there in one of the leagues. So I don't. This is brand new territory. So Phil, what do you do this time of year?
Just like our matchup last week, we win.
Damn.
Good teams win.
Good teams win.
Maybe it might not look good, like stat wise or record wise, but we win. We have to win. So hey, got the job done.
You know what we should talk about right now, Kenny, Lawrence, Kenny, Phil?
What's up?
We should talk about last night's game. And let's just get right into it.
I think we need to. I think
we need to get right into it, and we need to talk about Kenny already touched. Kenny gave a little snippet of what we were about to talk about, but
I think the people need to hear it.
They need to hear it. Listen, for anybody out there that thinks Jalen Hurts is an elite quarterback, you're wrong.
I mean, it's almost like there have been a bunch of people that I know that have been saying for over a year now, the guy is a good quarterback. He's a good player. He's very good. He's not elite.
Right.
He does not make those around him better.
Nope.
He is a product of what is around him. And that's not a bad thing. There are plenty of players like that. But as I said all last season, even when I got to the Super Bowl, I said, if it comes down to Jalen Hurts has to beat me with his arm, can he do it? That was the only question I ever asked. And every time I asked it, oh, you're a hater. Oh, you just don't want to see us succeed. It was a valid question that I didn't know the answer to. This year, he's been asked to win games with his arm. And do we know what he did last night when he had to win the game with his arm? Would
2
you like for me
interceptions.
to read the stats?
Oh, wait. We have the sound bite if you want me to play it now.
17 of 31 for 143 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, including 2 in the fourth quarter in critical situations
Oof.
for a rating of 40.1.
He's the same person too.
Ew!
40.1 quarterback rating.
Do we know what terrible, god-awful Desmond Ritter's rating was this week? 79.6. So he played worse than Desmond Ritter, who lost his job to Taylor Heineke and lost to the Carolina Panthers. Okay? So can we stop with this Jalen Hurts is elite and is in the top 5? He's a borderline top 10 quarterback. Borderline.
I don't know about borderline top 10.
Borderline top 10.
Well, I don't know because of how bad the quarterback play's been this year.
Well, let's do this. Mahomes, easily. Burrow. Lamar. Josh. I'm
Joshua.
taking Trevor over him. I'm taking Herbert over him. That's 1, 2, 3,
Tua.
4, 5, 6. Tua. I'm taking Dak over him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like Jared Goff over him. That's
I think about
9.
Baker Mayfield.
Clip it.
No, I'm not taking Baker Mayfield.
Give
But
me-
that's
gi-
why I said
Give
borderline.
me, give me, give me
Yeah,
Matthew
okay.
Stafford too.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like these guys are
got
close, which is why it's a borderline top 10.
so this is what I'm saying though, right? Because I never really I had him in the top 10, and early in the season I said the back half of it you can argue 6, 7 or whatever it is, because we were talking about, all right, what do you want? Is it the quarterback ability to throw the ball, the total package? Like, but there's people that were saying he's top 5 and he was number 2.
So-
He's certainly not top 5.
So he's not top 5. He's not number 2. He's not number 3. He's not number 4. He's not number 5. He's not number 6. He's not number 7. I mean, that's just a fact. He just isn't.
That's
So
why
he's
he's
just not.
borderline
But
top 10.
you know
Because
the-
you could put him there, you could put him out.
So the problem with
Spicy.
Jalen Hurts is this. I mean, he's a good quarterback. He's going to win you games. But you take this team, right? You take this Philadelphia Eagles team. You take this offensive line. You take this running back. You take these wide receivers, and you put Jared Goff on that team. Jared Goff's winning 13 games with this team, without a doubt. He's winning 13 games, and he looks way better than this. He puts up numbers better than this, and that's Goff. Okay, you put Patrick Mahomes on a team like this.
Oh,
You put Patrick Mahomes on a team like this.
21-0 now.
He doesn't lose.
Hell-
He's
hello,
not
Miami Dolphins.
He doesn't lose a game. One, he doesn't. He wins. He wins out in the playoffs, and he wins the Super Bowl. You put Josh Allen on a team like this, I still think they go. I think they win 17 games. They might lose a game.
Can
And
I
I even think too, like I said it all season. Some people call me haters. John in the chat, he's finally coming around. So the defense is not as good. I said it. I pointed
Wait,
it out. Like the
but-
defense.
wait. So what Debo saying
wait.
this in an interview?
But before we get off of the
Bradbury is trash. And
But before we
and I
switch to
agreed
that
with
side
him
of the
back
ball,
then.
before we get to that side of the ball, can I say something that is going to ruffle a lot of feathers? But
What's up?
sorry, it's how I feel.
Oh.
Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy are the same. They are products of their environment.
Yeah.
You take
So-
them out of the. You if you're asking them to be the reason why you're
The
winning the
MVP,
game,
Brock
it's not
Purdy?
going to happen.
No. So here's the
Guess
thing.
who was in the MVP
That-
race last year? Jalen Hurts.
So that's the thing. I was just gonna say. So Kenny said, if it comes down to it, do I want? And if I need Jalen Hurts to go out and win the game with his arm, is that gonna happen? Probably not. And the same thing is gonna happen with Brock Purdy. If I need
Same
Brock
thing.
Purdy to go out in the
Advantages.
Super Bowl against Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen to go out there and outduel Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes in a Super Bowl, he ain't doing it. It doesn't
Which-
matter.
Again, this is not to say because I'm not backpedaling. I've always said Brock Purdy is good. I still think Brock Purdy is good, but I don't think Brock Purdy is elite, and I think that Brock Purdy is good because of what he has around him.
Bro,
And
I'm
I
telling
think
you,
that's why
like-
Jalen Hurts is good.
Like you take Jalen Hurts. Okay, Jalen Hurts. You put Jalen Hurts on that Seahawks team last night. What you saw what Drew Lock did. You put Jalen Hurts on that Seahawks team last night. You put Drew Lock on the Philadelphia Eagles team last night. Philadelphia wins the game with Drew Lock at quarterback, and Seattle loses the game with Jalen Hurts at quarterback. Jalen Hurts, Kenny said it, product of his environment, and this happens a lot around the league, right? Like a quarterback is the product of the team that they're on, whether it be the offensive play calling, the guys around them, the head coach, the offensive line, right? They can only do so much. Now
Very
that's
rough
not
with the
saying
fellas, Kenny.
now that's not saying that taking Jalen Hurts out of the Philadelphia Eagles offense and maybe they put him in Kansas City with Andy Reid calling plays that he's better, right? Maybe he knows how to run the ball with Jalen Hurts a little better, whatever. But from what happened, the worst thing that could have happened for Jalen Hurts was last year. He had an outlier season, and it not only did it gas him up, but it gassed up all the Philadelphia Eagles fans. It gassed up the whole fucking media. Like, he had an outlier season. Granted, he had a great season, but it was outlier because you look at his stats. That's not who he is. He is what we're seeing this year. This is who he is. That's what he is.
A lot of people.
It's the thing is though, like he was a second round pick. He was a second round pick, right? And this is what second round picks do.
Right.
They're not consistently great every year. Like that's why they go in the second round. If he was going to do this every year, he would have been a first round quarterback. He actually would have never lost a job at Bama and had to transfer to Oklahoma, but that's a different story for a different day. But I'm just saying,
this is what he is. Outside of 2022 where he had a great year, right? Like, he had a great year.
One year.
Outside of that, he had 15 games in 2020. He had 1,000 yards passing, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 15 games played. 2021, he had 3,100 yards, 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I'm just doing passing. I haven't looked at the rushing. This year in 14 games, he's got 3,300, 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions with 2 of the best wide receivers in the league and one of the best tight ends in the league and the best offensive line in the league.
I always say this with the Purdy shit, like, they just want to crown him the best in the league. Okay, he got MVP. He has so much at his disposal. Where is he going to be at in 4 years? Is he still going to be doing this in 4 years?
Well, no. Purdy might, because they might not want to pay anybody else. They're just going to give him a dirt cheap contract there. But I get what you're saying. Like,
yeah,
if
you
put Purdy somewhere else,
we had Ben, we had Drew, we had Matt, we had all these dudes that was there for a decade plus, and now that they're gone, everybody's quick to grab at. All right, he had one good year. He got to be the next thing. He got to be the next big thing. And that's not the case for most of these dudes.
That's what it is because these guys were all so great for so long, and then they all left at the same time. And now the only one that's consistently great is Mahomes, and they need somebody else because people are, unfortunately, tired of just talking about Mahomes. But that's why, they crowned Burrow too soon, which I love Burrow, but they crowned him too soon. Josh Allen, they crowned him too soon. Jalen Hurts, they crowned him too soon. It is what it is. Herbert's been crowned too soon too. He ain't won
Lawrence.
Yes, they've crowned all these guys too soon. They have not won anything yet.
Facts.
Not only have they not won anything, like I can.
Is it me or is he delayed?
He's a little delayed.
I see it too.
Yeah. Delayed. Okay. All right.
You could be a great quarterback, but not win anything, right?
Yeah.
Like you could not win MVPs. You could not win Super Bowls. You could not do that. Yeah. But to be great, in my opinion, in the league nowadays, you at least have to get somewhere. You have to do something, right? Like, you have to get your team to a championship, whether it be a Super Bowl, whether it be a NFC championship, AFC championship. You know what I mean? You have to do something like that. And I don't see anybody in the league right now that besides Josh Allen, besides, we obviously know Mahomes, but besides Josh Allen, besides Lamar, besides Burrow, and that's all. And we're naming all AFC quarterbacks. I guess Purdy, but
because Dak has struggled to do that.
But we know
Dak hasn't struggled to do it. Dak hasn't done it.
No, he
hasn't struggled to do it at all. He just flat out hasn't done it.
People act like Dak. Oh, he's still early. Dak came in the league in 2016.
He's a great regular season quarterback.
Yeah, like we're on year 7 of Dak Prescott. So now that's a guy where you can say he hasn't won anything yet because the teams he's had around him for 7 years cannot even get to a conference championship.
Hello,
you're an average.
Do you see what we just? Do you see what we just met? We just mentioned two. We just mentioned 2 quarterbacks in the NFC East who we just both said are great regular season quarterbacks because what the fuck do they play? They have the lowest strength of schedule every single year. Even the Eagles last year, after they have a championship schedule this year, they still have a terrible strength of schedule. And the Cowboys too. The Cowboys don't play anybody ever, and the minute they play a team that has a winning record, they get blown the fuck out. So
Just
this
like
is
we
what
saw
happens.
Sunday.
This is what happens with these teams in these weak divisions. Like you'll see NFC South this year. Granted, one of those teams, maybe two of them are going to make playoffs this year. They're bounced. They're bounced right away. Like everybody, that's food for whoever plays them first round.
Although, you know what's crazy? Both NFC South teams, they both make it. They'll be playing NFC East teams, so we don't know actually.
Actually,
we
that's
really
true.
Don't know.
It's high.
But and then you look at the teams that have the NFC teams that have made it to the Super Bowl besides the Eagles when they had a outlier season by Jalen Hurts. They come from the NFC West because that's the strongest division. And then all the AFC teams, it's always a crapshoot unless you're Mahomes, who's going to make it to the Super Bowl because they just beat the shit out of each other all year because they're all fucking good. The AFC is stacked constantly. The NFC is a fucking shithole. Honestly, the NFC is a shithole. Literally, besides the Niners, the Cowboys, and the Eagles, what else is there in the NFC?
Right now, yes. It goes in phases though, because there was also a period where it was just Brady versus Manning in the AFC. With the Steelers and
they always had the Steelers. They always had the Colts.
But it was always the Steelers, Colts, Patriots. It was those three, and then maybe someone else will appear.
Yeah, but I can't even think of a top beside. Okay, the Packers too. But when they had Rodgers, right? The Packers were a stronghold in the NFC as well. But that's really it.
The Saints just had a run for a while.
That's true. The Saints too. Okay, yeah, that's right.
The Falcons had a run when we were in high school where they were perennially making the playoffs and were one of the top 2 seeds in the NFC. So I get but it goes in phases. And right now the NFC is at the phase where they have 0 quarterbacks because they all retired at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And we're looking for a team, right? It's not even like a quarterback. It's like a full team. We need a full team. Like we keep going like, oh, the Lions could be it. Oh, the Lions could be it. And then they
got some questionable games in the last 3 weeks.
They do have some super questionable games. But you know what's questionable about those games is Jared Goff. That team goes as Goff goes. And if you look at his stats over the last couple games, he's been struggling heavy.
Do you know what the biggest what if is this year? What if Kirk Cousins doesn't tear his ACL and if Justin Jefferson is healthy? The Minnesota Vikings could probably be the second best team in the NFC.
And they're setting at 7-7.
If they lose, because they got to play the Lions twice. So if they lose one of those games,
Green Bay once,
and they're out of there.
It's gonna be interesting.
And they don't have a quarterback. They're trying to decide if it's Dobbs or Mullins.
Yeah, but
Dobbs was their emergency third stringer. So
I know. I think he's done. Yeah, he's out, which is
crazy
because he had one bad game.
Going back to the Eagles, man, like I think it's really funny to see the spiral right now on social media from the fans. Like I read Kenny the group chat of my Philly boys, and it's just complete meltdown right now. It's hilarious, and it's just funny to watch. It's just they're trying to point blame everywhere. You got AJ Brown; he's out here screaming at fans on Twitter. Basically, I don't know what y'all got out of that tweet, but that looked like, for me personally, it looked like he's just like, y'all gonna complain no matter what, if it's thrown to me or Devonta Smith.
Do you know what I got out of it?
Damned if I do, damned if I don't.
I got a lot of insecurity out of it.
Ooh.
Because
what did Draymond say? Insecurity speaks the loudest. Something like that. Something right along that line.
Because the thing is, because we watched him on the sideline earlier in the year when they were winning a game, cry because he wasn't getting the ball, and then he gets the ball and they lose, and now it's it's not my fault. Like, you can't have it both ways.
As a Titans fan, I've seen this before.
I don't.
He's hyper emotional for sure.
I just don't like. But that was why I didn't respect Devontae Adams earlier this year when he was we're winning, but I'm not happy. I'm not getting the ball. Like, I understand you want to be involved, but you're out there to win the game. If that means you're only going to get 2 catches today, then suck it up. You're going to get 2 catches today. When you're telling, and he could say what he wants about, it's not my fault. He's not force feeding me. He probably is force feeding you because when you were winning and you weren't getting the ball, you were bitching at him on the sidelines and bitching in the locker room later.
Right.
So he probably does feel like he has to force you the ball, AJ.
Right.
It's that we not me mentality that they don't.
There's no way Devonta Smith is coming back there.
Well,
me and you were talking about last night.
He's got a couple more years because he's got
2 more years.
Yeah, because he's got the 5th year option too. He's a first round pick.
Yeah.
But the problem is going to be with Devontae Smith. If you pay him, you're now paying 2 number 1 receivers. So who are you not going to pay? Because you can't pay them all. You're already paying your quarterback. You'd be paying 2 number 1 receivers.
Or you deplete the defense even more.
Right, because your defense is already aging as it is. So what are you going to do?
With an aging offensive line, who Jason Kelsey's probably going to retire after this year, which we'll call it, can't stay healthy. Lane Johnson can't stay healthy. Like, that offensive line is getting slicky too. So,
do you know what's going to happen in the next 5 years?
Well, the Eagles are going to be. They're going to be the. They're going to be the Commanders.
He said, "Blow up."
They're going to have to. They're going to have to start selling off parts.
Yeah, they're going to be the Commanders
because they're all old. So they're going to have to restart, and then they're going to be left with Island of Misfit Toys and an overpaid Jalen Hurts at quarterback, which we all just said Jalen Hurts is so great right now because of everything around him. When everything around him is gone, he turns back into a pumpkin.
I mean, there's no way he can keep that contract and play football. There's just no way. Right?
Speaking of turning back into a pumpkin, classic number 2, eventually right. Did anyone see a difference between the Seahawks with Drew Lock and they have with Geno Smith in the past 2 weeks?
No, if anything, the offense looked better.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen,
that's an award winner. Come on.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about Drew Lock. I always thought Drew Lock got a lot of hate.
Yes.
I mean, granted, he's never really shown much, right? He's never shown much in the league, but he always has had the arm talent. He's got the swag. He's got the balls to go out and play quarterback, right? Like, he can go out and do that shit, but he just never I don't think he's ever gotten a fair shot, right? He got drafted by the Broncos. They were bad. He played with them while they were bad.
That end of the 1 year when he played, he was actually really good.
He didn't
and
play
that
bad.
second year, he got hurt and he was mediocre. Do you know what it sounds a lot like for a second round pick that had 1 year that was, he's going to be good. Then he had a down year. Do you know what it sounds a lot like?
Tell us.
I mean, if you listen to the whole first half of the show, you know where I'm going with this. But the point that I'm saying is one guy was rewarded with a big contract and they're just going to keep letting him play. The other guy, they said, well, we're going to trade you for Russell Wilson.
I think
that last drive.
This is me. Eventually, history is going to repeat itself. It's going to be Wentz part 2, man. That's what's going to happen.
I mean, you think
so? They're going to turn. Philly turn.
Marcus Mariota got you.
They turn on everybody.
The fans are going to turn on Hurts if they haven't already. I was going to say if they haven't already.
We were listening. We were joking. I was joking in the Discord yesterday with Kenny. I was like, this is fan control football, because the people in the front office, they 100% go and look at the tweets and shit after the game, and they literally make those adjustments in the next game. They said get Swift the ball. In the next game, he had like 21 carries.
Get Swift the ball all year. Anyone with eyes saw that defense was not that good. Then all of a sudden they lost 2 straight games, and like you said, the world starts saying, their defense is terrible. Their defense is terrible. And then before the game, they fired the defensive coordinator and say, Matt Patricia, the defensive coordinator. What 10-3 team fires their coordinator before a game?
What a surprise.
It took you 13 games to the season to realize your defense stinks.
And also, Zach Leonard looks shaky.
They keep putting Band-Aid. Let's bring in Kevin Byard. That's going to work. Okay. Let's bring in Shaq Leonard. That's going to work. Okay. Let's have Matt Patricia call the plays. That's going to work. Okay. At some point, it's time to just acknowledge our defense is not good. We have a good line, and that's where it ends.
They said how he got in today, and he was Nino Brown from New Jack City.
I didn't know Patricia at the table with the coach there,
with the chain.
No, I mean, listen, the Eagles. I mean, as it stands right now, the 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. Barring any injuries, and
hey, listen, all I know is
barring a catastrophe injury to Brock Purdy, but
there will be injuries in that Baltimore Ravens game.
Oof.
Somebody, I don't know who getting hurt, it is going to be major.
Yeah, probably somebody on the Ravens.
Yeah, it might be Lamar.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the Ravens.
This is the time of year when he goes down.
Yeah,
it's going to be Ravens
somebody.
This is the time of year when Lamar gets hurt.
He's usually gone week 8. Week 9.
No, he it's close to the fantasy
playoffs as much as he.
Rams in the playoff race.
I already know. It might be just
actually, we're in the playoffs right now, so technically, we're in. Like if it ended right now, we're in. So
Yeah,
we'll
but
see.
tough
They
luck for
don't.
the Raiders running back.
But I mean, as much as I hate to see it, but the 49ers, I don't think that I'm gonna keep going back to this, and I'm gonna harp on this. I'm gonna harp on this all year. They won't win a Super Bowl with Brock Purdy. If he gets into a Super Bowl and he has to play against an elite quarterback, well, see, we say the word elite too much too.
There's
if he
only
plays
one.
against
Mahomes.
if he plays against a top 5 quarterback in that Super Bowl, he's losing.
But
Even
here's
with the defense?
I truthfully think that. Well, so you think if the Buffalo Bills play the Niners, they beat them?
Oof.
Oh, that would be a great game.
No.
That would be a great game. I think the Niners
so.
win. I think the
Oh,
Niners win.
yeah.
Do you
I read that wrong. I think the Niners will beat them.
do you know what Ayuk and Debo are gonna do to those DBs?
Yeah,
Right,
the
that's what I'm saying.
Buffalo defense is
CMC.
not
Poyer,
good. Yeah.
Poyer
That's
and
what I'm saying.
Hyde-
Like,
Poyer and Hyde are literally they have paper mache arms right now.
and this is
You
where I
can
say, like, I
barely
get
tackle.
what you're
I
saying
think Hyde
about
was
Purdy,
out last
but
week, too.
again, because
Yeah,
of
he's
the
out every
pieces,
week.
because of the pieces that Purdy has around him, if you give him like, okay, here's Buffalo's weakness, here's our strengths, just do that. He's smart enough and good enough to be able to execute that.
Yeah, I mean he's got. I mean, I think in a big game, like in a playoff game, a Super Bowl game, that defense has to limit the other team to 14 points, and then Purdy's going to win every single game.
See, I still think they average 30 points a game with him.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I understand that, but
They literally.
But, so that's what I'm saying. So
they
they could allow 29 points. He's going to score 30.
I don't think if he plays against a good team, we'll see. We'll see on Sunday.
But do you think that
Because this is
Eagles
the
and
exact-
Cowboys are good teams?
This is the exact team. No, I don't think the Cowboys are a good team. This is the exact team that I think that the Niners would lose to in a Super Bowl. Right here, the Ravens. So we'll see.
They're going to. I think the Ravens win this game too.
So we'll see. This is what I think when I think of
Wasn't there
the
a stat?
Niners losing a Super Bowl game it would be against a team like this. Top 10 defense, a top 10 offense with a top 5 quarterback.
But I know but just I'm throwing it out there. The Cowboys were top. They have a top.
I don't
10 defense.
ever have
They have a
respect for the Cowboys ever.
Okay,
Never.
but just based off of what you're saying, you said a top 10 defense, top 10 offense. That describes
barring the
Dallas
Cowboys, because I think that they're fucking trash every single year. They're overhyped garbage every single year. Barring stats, barring anything else. If you take
Well,
all
Mark,
of the
that's
stats
crazy.
that you put on the Cowboys and give it to another team, then yes. But no, not with the Cowboys, because they're fucking trash.
Stat man, but minus those stats. And those stats right up
Right.
the
I
window.
don't care about them stats, man. Get that
Not
shit
for
out
the
of
Cowboys, I
Those
don't.
stats.
here. John from Tennessee. Oh my God, Rel said he can score 30 with that core. Hey,
That's
man.
what I'm saying. That's what it's.
Hey, listen, shout out to the front office, man. Shout out to Gucci.
I mean, also Kenny, they averaged 30 points. Never mind. I mean, you can only play what the schedule makers make for you but I'm
They
just
put up
saying.
30 on Pittsburgh, 30 on
Yeah,
the Rams,
that's what I'm
30
saying.
on the Giants, 35 on the Cardinals, 42 on the Cowboys. Then they had when everybody was out, they scored 17 against the Browns, Vikings, Bengals. Then 34 on the Jags, 27 on the Bucks, 31 on the Seahawks, 42 on the Eagles, 28
Right.
on the Seahawks, 45 last week. Like, so
Yeah.
if everybody else is healthy, they don't score less than 30 points.
Yeah, they're a spooky team to play against. That's just
I totally get what you're saying, but it's just like
They play on
from
Christmas
everything
Day.
I've
Wow.
seen with my eyes.
yeah, Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas Day,
So-
8:15.
So besides the Cowboys game, they played against Jacksonville too. Besides the Cowboys game and Jacksonville's game, they didn't play against another top 15 defense the whole year. I'm just saying. Besides
No.
I'm sorry, Cleveland,
This is gonna be a fun
But
game.
Cleveland's good.
Cleveland and
Yeah,
Jacksonville. That's what I meant. Cleveland,
It's gonna be fun.
Jacksonville, and Cowboys. The only
Right.
two top 10 defenses they played all year.
Patrick Queen and Roquan. Oh yeah, they.
But in the
they-
same breath,
they
though,
they in the film room like
Let's
this.
look at
Is
who
that
would be in
Monday
the
football?
playoffs though, too, Neil. Though, like
Um,
they'd have.
No, I understand.
I get. This is a weird year where, like you said, they didn't play that many top 15 defenses.
Yeah, it's
but if
Monday
they
night.
get to the
It's
playoffs,
three games.
they still might not play that many.
well,
top 15 defenses.
two divisional games, and then obviously you got one. with the,
Well, I mean,
Isn't
you
the
can
Monday
look.
Night underdogs have once 6 games in a row? Apparently?
Well, you look
On
at
Monday night, yeah.
Kenny. You look at
Maybe the
the
underdogs.
teams that they're going to play in the playoffs. They'll play the Cowboys. They'll play the Rams. They'll play Philadelphia.
Ravens, I know it is.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about NFC East. I'm talking about I'm not NFC East. I'm talking about the NFC only right now. And
Yeah.
so that's what I mean.
They
That's
played them
why
all.
that's
They beat
why
them
I
all
said that's why I said they're going to the Super Bowl. Like they already are. It's a shoe-in right now for the fucking 49ers to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Barring any, like I said, barring an injury.
You
Like
see
if,
the
I'll tell you,
comment
actually,
down below?
not even barring an injury. If CMC stays healthy, they're going to the Super Bowl. They don't need anybody else.
Daryl said
If
Kenny
CMC
knows they
gets
keep
hurt,
Matthew
they're
Miller
in trouble.
during all that.
Because CMC not only is
He makes it go.
but he makes the whole team go. He takes every single
When he had this
ounce
rehearsed,
of
there
pressure
you go.
off of Brock Purdy.
Yeah,
Every
that-
single ounce.
Bro is a sports reporter. He's a machine.
Did you see the comment, Kenny? He does this for a living. He knows.
Like, and that's the crazy thing is, if Brock Purdy wins MVP this year, that's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Is he still the odds favorite? Like,
Yes.
is he like? Oh,
Yes.
mm.
Well,
I
after
don't.
last,
What's the definition of most valuable?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Bro's not
what-
even the most valuable player on his team.
Most
let
valuable
alone
team,
the
I
league.
guess.
it's not.
Looks like it.
Like
I
don't know.
if you are going to give it to a quarterback, there are two quarterbacks who you should be talking about right now: C.J. Stroud, Lamar Jackson.
Boom.
What was
Those
Stroud
are
now?
the two
Lamar, I was
quarterbacks.
gonna like Lamar is. I just don't.
And it's not even. It's you know what it is.
Bro,
It-
he has Rashard Bateman and OBJ, and Mark Andrews is down.
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I like
Honestly,
it.
okay. So if we're
He's
if
got
we're
Zay
really
Flowers,
talking,
obviously Zay
But if
Flowers
we're
is doing
talking
stuff.
most valuable in general, then Tyreek Hill is in it.
Yeah.
CMC is in it.
yes.
You want to go
I
on the
think
defensive
CMC.
side of the ball.
I think
Miles
CMC
Garrett
should
is
get
in
more
it.
votes. I think CMC should get more votes than Purdy.
Yes. But then if you want to go on Miles Garrett should be in it. Who else did I say before him?
But CJ's kind of tough right now because he's about to be
Yeah.
out for the second week.
He's going to be out for a second week, so it'll be held against him. And especially if they win this week too, they'll say they're 2-0 without him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Actually, Lamar should be
all right. So
starting.
besides Brock Purdy, Lamar,
I'm saying Lamar, man. Like
I
you see he's
agree.
going-
I think
they're
I
sitting at
personally,
11-3 right now.
if Lamar finishes
Yeah.
this season, I personally
Yeah,
think
like
Lamar
20 injuries
Jackson.
on the Ravens
But the
roster
thing that kills,
alone.
the thing that hurts Lamar is his one MVP season. That's the one thing that hurts Lamar. It's like
'Cause they
oh,
compare everything to that
Well,
year.
he didn't top his MVP numbers from that. So that's the only thing that's going to hurt him. But that's who would get my vote if I was a sports writer. That's who would get my vote. Okay, besides Lamar, Dak, I know what I said about the Cowboys, but Dak Prescott's still putting up MVP numbers this year. Christian McCaffrey, I think, is a better MVP choice over Brock Purdy alone on the same team.
Tyreek Hill as well.
I will say
If
this,
Tyreek Hill gets,
Lamar-
if
if the Ravens beat the Niners,
it pushes
I'm
him way
telling
up over him.
you, he had 100%
If Tyreek Hill gets 2,000 yards this year and wins
You'll be
MVP,
pissed because Cooper.
I was just gonna say if he because I don't think getting 2,000 yards is more impressive than winning a triple
No,
crown.
it's totally not. But
not.
Tyreek Hill is the most valuable player in that offense. Like
Yeah.
he makes them go.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
what
that's what I say. Your
CMC
boy,
does
was- he
for
had
them.
he had volume. He had the volume too. Tyreek Hill doesn't really need
No,
that.
I mean, I still think that Cup should have gotten consideration for MVP that year, just like I think Justin Jefferson should have gotten consideration last year. But I still think you can argue Tyreek Hill is more valuable to his offense than
Yeah.
those two were to their offense.
And just going off of most valuable, like if we're just saying, like let's just pretend that all these sports writers think it's the most valuable person on their team. Let's just say that's what it is. If that's the case, then you have to look directly at Detroit and say Jared Goff is the most valuable player then. Because what is Detroit without Jared Goff? They ain't 8-3 or 8-4, whatever the fuck they are. They're not.
Yeah, I think 9. No, they're 10-4.
They're 10-4. They're not 10-4. That's for damn sure. And same thing with, like Kenny said, CJ Stroud. What is that team without CJ Stroud? They're a 2-win team.
Yeah, I mean, like Miles Garrett on Cleveland.
What is San Francisco without Brock Purdy? Still a top 2 roster in the league.
Because if they didn't have Brock Purdy, they either would have had Trey Lance playing
Who
quarterback
knows?
this year.
Sam
or
Darnold.
Bro, they literally have when you go and you put a Madden team together, they literally have a Madden team.
Lawrence,
Yes.
they have Bosa and Chase Young and fucking
It's the literally
and
Warner.
Greenlaw
That's one of the
and
Eagles player,
Greenlaw
too.
and Fred Warner and Hafunga and fucking Ward. They got
Hargrave as well, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
like they have
And I
two
don't think-
they
I don't
have
think
two
he gets
top
enough
5
love.
guys. They have
I
two
think-
top 5 guys at every level of defense, and they have 2 top 5 guys at every level of offense. except
don't
their
think
offensive
Ayuk
line.
gets enough love
Well,
too.
but they have
Ayuk
one
is
top
balling.
5 guy. They have Trent
Well, they
Williams.
have one of one. They have one of
right,
one.
He
Yeah.
makes up. He could be two.
He
top
makes
five,
up for
I
the
don't
top
know.
5. He's
So,
one of one.
okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Ayuk is balling this season too. I don't think he gets enough love.
but
he's playing well this season.
he's playing good this year, but I think I don't know. Did he miss a couple games?
Yeah, I think he missed one.
Well, because I don't think that this is what they expected him. I thought they were expecting a way bigger jump this year than what he's got.
And do you know what's weird about Ayuk? Like, in any other team, if he were there, I don't think anyone would flinch. Like, okay, Brandon Ayuk. But because he's in that offense, the way they scheme him and stuff, it's like he's a threat. But like, if you threw Brandon,
you turn that film on, he be dicing people up.
No,
But
you're
Lawrence,
like-
but Lawrence, I mean,
But like-
Puka's got better numbers than him.
but like if you threw
And
Ayuk
Puka
on
get a
like
force like
Patriots,
Cooper Kupp as
you
well.
wouldn't be like, oh man, got a game plan for Ayuk this week.
Like-
no, if you game planning for Ayuk, you about to get killed by everybody else.
But
but that's my
I'm
point,
just
though, 'cause
but
they
I'm
had-
just
he
saying
had-
for
he-
that team
Right.
team
He's the perfect receiver.
He's a perfect receiver for that team, but he also is the reason why he gets no love is because he's not that good. Like this year in particular, he has 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns, and that team where Kittle and Debo and CMC are drawing multiple eyes. Like there's no reason he should not have more yards. Like he's literally fucking Jamar Chase has more, Puka has more, Cooper Kupp almost has more, missed 6 games this year. Like
I'm not saying that he's better than them. I just say
I'm not saying that you're saying that he's better than them. What I'm saying is
but
the
when you
reason
look
why
at it,
he's slept on is because he's not good.
But
Like
when
he's
you
not.
look well, I wouldn't. But
No, he's. I mean,
he-
not that he's not good.
I don't agree with that.
Not that he's not good, but I'm just saying the
That
numbers.
guy- that
The numbers
NFC West
speak for
because
themselves.
when you look at like, but in the same breath on the other side, he's putting up those numbers as the fourth option on that offense. Like, how many fourth options are giving you 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns?
And you know what else is crazy? You know what else is crazy is that we're at a point in time in the NFL right now where you look at a guy that scores 6 touchdowns and has almost 1,100 yards and says that's not that good. That's how crazy the skill positions are in the NFL now. Like if you're a wide receiver and not getting 1,200, 1,400 yards, you're not that good. Like that's what we look at now. Like put fucking Tyreek Hill's about to get 2,000 yards. Like what? It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
That's amazing.
And it comes down to what's the name too. It comes down to volume too.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Everybody's utilized it. Like Puka, there was a 5-game stretch. This motherfucker he had
11 receptions.
Because Cooper was out for 6 games, right?
Of course he gonna have more yardage if you getting targeted.
There's no one else to throw to.
Yeah,
that's like when you look at it in context. Like he's putting up 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns as a fourth option. Like there's no other fourth option in the league that is putting up 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns. Like none. Like you probably can't even name most teams' fourth option.
Exactly. So it's just like.
I would say he's probably their second option. Well, CMC won, but he's not a reception threat as much as I think it's Debo, Ayuk, and then Kittle.
No,
I don't think he's their fourth
Kittle's
option.
higher than Ayuk.
CMC is definitely like
I'm curious. What y'all ranking everybody? Because Kenny said the fourth option.
I don't think he's the fourth option.
He's a 3-4. It's
3-4.
because it's CMC, then Debo, and then Kittle or Ayuk. Depends on who has the high.
I'm gonna put Kittle last. I feel like
Kittle.
Yeah, but there's been games where Kittle's been the guy.
He's out there for the vibes and blocking, and
then
tight end throwbacks.
Indication has the game here and there. Stuff.
That's about it for him. But I don't know.
But
what is Ayuk have for receptions?
I was just gonna say Ayuk has 59 receptions. Kittle has 55. So it's much closer than you guys think. Yeah.
Hold on. Nobody downplaying Puka. He's just throwing him in there.
I didn't say.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
No,
I'm not.
Bro said that.
Bro. If CJ Stroud wasn't a thing this year,
I didn't even bring Puka up. I was just showing Ayuk love, and then NFC hate was spewing out. He couldn't let me say that without bringing up Puka. Jeez.
But Kenny, he also, I mean, he has a whole less game. He has a whole less game played too.
No, 100%. But that's why I think
he's got one more game played than Debo and has 10 more receptions than him. He's not their fourth option.
He's third or fourth. What I'm saying, depending on the game. There's still CMC is number 1, and I don't care if Debo has less touches and targets than him. They are trying to get the ball to Debo more than trying to get it to Ayuk.
Yeah,
hold on. Time out. Time out. Puka has 87 for 1163. That's 29 more receptions. He's not that far ahead of him.
He's better than him in every stat. So what are you talking about?
He has less touchdowns too. He got almost 90 receptions and has 80 more yards than him.
So he's better than him in every stat. Exactly.
Yo, get up out of here with this shit, man. What? I'm not trying to. Can he go look that up? Because I thought he was on some crazy shit. I thought he was at like 1,400, 1,500. No, he's at 1,160.
14. If he was at 1,400, 1,500, he would be the rookie of the year.
You have 90 catches. If you have 90 catches in week 15, you got 4 touchdowns. That's sorry as hell. He has 90 catches at week 15.
Good Lord.
90.
Yeah, he had fucking 90. He had 75 catches in the first 3 games.
That's what I'm saying. It's volume, though. He's getting. If you're going to get taught, there was a 5-week span where he broke the rookie record, and he was getting. Matthew Stafford didn't look at anybody else on offense.
Who else would he have to look at?
I'm just saying.
Tutu Atwell.
Tutu, he was playing decent.
Tutu was playing good this year, actually.
Yeah, he was out there cooking up.
Bro, you know what's crazy is that DeMarcus Robinson is actually pretty good. Is actually pretty good too. No, he's talking about you. He's talking about you defending your bias.
Oh, he's talking about you, bro.
No, he's talking about him defending his bias on Brandon Ayuk.
No, he's talking about you defending the bias of Puka.
I don't have any bias for Puka.
That's what I'm saying.
All I was saying is when it comes down to it, is I'm taking Puka over Brandon Ayuk.
I'm saying you're biased for he's taking your bias for Puka.
Yeah, that's complete bias. It's okay.
In that school, like you could do that. But I'm taking Ayuk.
Kenny was ready to back you up because he backed you up on a lot of shit.
No, I wasn't ready to back him up.
He looked at the stats and he said,
he was against me the whole time.
Yeah, I was the whole time.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, he has 90 catches at week 15 and 4 touchdowns.
Reception's monster so far.
90.
If someone's willing to pay 35,
but that is what happens when you have no choice but to have 30 catches through the first 2 weeks of the season.
And even like Michael Pittman, he's like the only guy there. He's got 100. And he probably won't ever play again. So.
Bro, that hit was crazy, and that's suspension for
I didn't know
year?
Casey was
he's a repeat offender. That's why.
Oh, I didn't know that. So, because if Casey got suspended for the whole year, so does that do for the Broncos? That motherfucker's dirty.
Oh yeah,
Kareem Jackson.
Kareem Jackson. He's trying to kill him.
I'm pretty sure he
started off at corner. He was not like that when he got in the league.
I do have to say something before we get going into something else. I do want to touch on this topic since we're talking about shit.
Oh.
No, man.
Respectfully,
here we go.
Damar Hamlin is not the comeback player of the year.
Man.
He's not.
That should be the obvious.
Right? He played what 3 snaps?
He has 2 tackles. He has 2 tackles.
Give it to Drew Lock. Yo, listen.
Give it to Baker. Hold on. Whoa.
Hold on.
Why does Baker get it? He played football last year.
Here we go again.
So just because you suck and come back and have a good.
Go over this. Oh my God.
So we're not even gonna get on Baker, man. Phil, why'd you even mention his name? He's like,
just because
my head is gonna.
No, Lawrence, we got to have a serious discussion about this for a second because for real, like there's people out there, like I'm being dead serious. There is people out there that are going to give this comeback player of the year award to Damar Hamlin. Granted, I understand what happened to him, honestly, but he didn't do anything. He didn't come back.
Hold on, I'm gonna back you up on this. I said this during the game. They had the ambulance and shit still on it. Yeah, like that was crazy.
The tribute ambulance was crazy. They retired the man's jersey on the ambulance.
While he's on the field. Listen,
listen,
it gets worse. How are you the comeback player? And Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer have went down 8 times this season, and he's never played. I've never seen him play.
Kenny, honestly, Lamar or Tua.
I'm being so serious. I've never seen. Bro, listen.
It shouldn't be either Lamar or Tua.
You know who it should be? Matt Stafford.
I was just gonna say Matthew Stafford.
He missed all of last season and came back, and nobody except for me and Neil had the Rams in the playoffs this year, and now they're in the playoff hunt.
He's got 3,500 yards. He's got 3,500 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions this year. And you're gonna sit here and give Damar Hamlin comeback player of the year because he has 2 tackles.
That's a
16
start.
games, 2
We
tackles.
know why they're going to give it to him. It's
know
not
why.
obviously for the play, but
I don't think he's going to get it, though. They're going to give it to Baker. Baker Mayfield's going to get it, and I'm going to jump through the screen when he gets it because apparently all you got to do is suck and then be mediocre the next year. You get an award for it.
Why'd you mention his name, bro?
I had to.
You ain't shit.
Well, because he's right, though. If you suck,
Kenny,
just like
right
next year,
now-
if Derek Carr's mediocre, they'll give him the award, too. Oh, well, he sucked last year.
Kenny,
But he came back from suck.
so before just we can touch on this one last,
boy
and then we
got
can drip, but so right now they have the top 5 for this award right now. Matthew Stafford, number 1, number 2, number 2
His
Baker.
odds?
Yeah, number 3 Joe Flacco, number 4 Damar Hamlin, and number 5
Joe
Lamar
Flacco,
Jackson.
wow.
And
He
even
hasn't- he
Joe
hasn't hooped in the
Flacco,
thing
Even
about
Joe
another one, like-
Flacco would get it. I think Joe Flacco should get it over like a
But
Damar.
But again,
Yes. Yeah.
but where did he come back
yo,
from?
yo.
Not having a job, unemployment?
On the
No,
couch.
that's what we do.
No, right, I agree.
It's Matt Stafford and Lamar Jackson makes sense. Tua makes sense.
Yeah.
What
I
do
listen,
would
hold
be
on,
mad
hold on.
if I would be mad
Alright.
if one of those three won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right, let's go to some of the recaps of the game. Yo, shout out to the Colts, man. They sitting at 8-6 right now.
Bro, shout out to the Colts for real because not only did you lose your fucking
I don't know why
franchise
happened, man.
quarterback, but Gardner Minshew is fucking good, man.
No doubt,
That boy
no.
can ball out. Like Kenny Minshew
It's
in
the
that
beach
Atlanta
rush.
team.
I traded for Derek Carr.
Gardner Minshew, do you know what he is? This generation of kids didn't get to
I
experience
don't know,
the
Chaz.
full
Ryan
Fitzmagic.
Fitzmagic.
Yes, they
Yes,
didn't get
Magic.
to really see Fitzmagic.
They got
we
the
did.
end of
That's
they
what
got the
Gardner
end of
Minshew-
Fitzmagic. Yeah.
Right, but this is Gardner because he's that guy.
The
Like
chin strap over the beard.
yeah, this is him. Like he's a guy that nobody wants him as the starting quarterback, but everyone wants him as the backup because when he comes in, you're good. But next year, when somebody makes Gardner Minshew their starter, by week 4, they're like, "Oh my God, why did we give him money? He can't play the quarterback."
I tell you what, Kenny, I'll tell you right now.
Oh,
I'm
but if he was the
telling you right
quarterback in
now,
Atlanta, we'd
If
we'd
he's
have
the
10 wins.
quarterback in Atlanta, that's a 10-win team.
Well, not if there's anybody who's played the quarterback position this year. If any of them played quarterback in Atlanta, we'd have 10 wins. That's how bad.
That's ridiculous. Bro, the Jags,
Not
the
Derek Carr.
Jags,
Yes.
Texans, and
Yes,
Colts are 8-6
I
right
guarantee
now.
you, with
Wow.
Derek Carr, the Falcons have more wins. Guaranteed.
Oh
said
yeah,
what?
Elijah because of different stuff.
What'd
We
you
had to
say?
do it early.
I said, if Derek Carr were the quarterback of the Falcons, we would have had 10 wins still. That's how bad Desmond Ridder is. That's how bad this guy is. I've never seen anything so bad in my life.
Also, side note,
What's Will saying? Colts is horrible, never for the shoe?
Oh, he's a Texans fan.
He's a Texan.
Oh, Case
Whoa.
did that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had Lawrence thinking of that Miami Miracle with that Case Keenum on display.
Damn.
Straight
Oh
up
my
on
God.
display.
This dude said that Derek Carr sucks.
Yeah,
He's
he
hot
does.
doodle garbage, man.
And
He's
if he was the
terrible.
quarterback of the Falcons, we'd have 10
He's
wins. That's how
terrible.
bad Desmond Ridder
It's
is.
not even
Oh,
matter of fact, it's
oh.
just like I don't know, it's just his attitude. His attitude sucks. He's just not it for that city.
He sucks. He
He
sucks.
said we hear
Speaking of that,
it.
speaking of that
Oh,
Colts,
yeah,
how
yeah,
do you feel about the
we heard it.
Steelers as well? Do we
Cause,
think
Steelers
uh,
suck. The Steelers sucked all year.
Neil had to get some
should
stuff
they
off his
package in a
chest.
rebuild or should they continue?
He's been
No, the
going for
Steelers.
like
Let me
500.
tell you something about the Pittsburgh Steelers, though. All year, I had a list of motherfuckers tell me how terrible and how garbage Kenny Pickett is. Do we see how bad this team is without Kenny Pickett? Look who they lost to the last 3 weeks.
New
They
England,
lost to the Arizona
Arizona.
Cardinals.
No, Elijah,
They
he's
lost
not.
to the Patriots, and then the Colts aren't a bad team, but they look lost out there. So the next time somebody wants to tell me how bad Kenny Pickett is, again, I'm not saying he's great, but he's far better than anything else on that roster.
I think honestly, Elijah, I think if Zach Wilson is the quarterback for the Falcons, they win
Okay, we wouldn't have 10 wins, we'd have 8.
8 wins. I think
Any
they
other
win the
quarterback-
division.
So 2 more
I think they
wins?
win the division. I'll tell you what, if Zach Wilson's the quarterback, for the Falcons, they don't lose to the Panthers. That's for sure.
Yeah, Ritter be having some lapses, man.
Some.
Well,
Some.
I don't consume as much as you do. You feel me? So
Bro.
like, I only see some of the stuff.
Bro,
Won't see
you're
everything.
you're up by 1 point with 7 minutes left in the game, and you're at the 10-yard line. Not only is Drake London wide open, but it's only second down. Just go down. No, let's throw in a triple coverage to Cordero Patterson in the back of the end zone. What are we doing?
Bad. I literally texted the group chat as soon as I said, "What is Ritter doing?"
It's just I
I'm sure Zach Wilson
then,
does not want to be compared to Desmond Ritter either, by the way.
And then what blew my mind even more is I then had to open up my phone and go on Twitter and watch Falcon fans blindly defend Desmond Ritter and say, well, the defense let them come down and kick a field goal. They didn't allow a touchdown all game.
6-7, yeah.
They allowed 9 points.
6 points they allowed.
9 points.
And you have an offense.
Lost the game.
You have an offense filled with first rounders.
Top 10 picks. Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and then you decide to go into the season with Desmond Ritter and Taylor Heineke as your quarterback, and then get mad when the defense allows 9 points. What?
When I'm just saying right now, I'm telling you right now, Carson Wentz would have done something for that team.
Carson Wentz, Joe Flacco, Matt Ryan, Nick Foles, Gardner Minshew. Who else could I bring out there? Peyton Manning with his bad neck, Cam Newton, RG3, Tom Brady, Eli Manning,
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees would have been
thrown. He can't even throw with his right.
Brian Hoyer.
I'm not gonna lie.
Did you say Mark Bulger?
Yes, I said Mark Bulger.
Yo, Lawrence, let me get a Mark Bulger shirt on order, please.
Bro, nah, y'all gotta relax.
Like, what are we doing?
Jake Delhomme.
Jake Delhomme.
Ryan Tannehill.
Malik Willis.
I swear to you, any quarterback in the NFL that took a snap this year, except for Tim Boyle, could have got this team to at least 8 wins.
Nathan Peterman.
What about Jameis?
Jameis? With Jameis Winston, we have 10 wins this year.
Mac Jones doesn't win. Mac Jones doesn't win 5 games on any team in the league this year.
Mac Jones won 10 games with this team because let's look at the Falcons' losses this year. 20-6 to the Lions. We're losing that with anyone at quarterback. 23-7 to the Jags. We're losing that with anyone at the quarterback. 28-23 to the Titans. If we had a better quarterback, we win that game. 31-28 to the Vikings when Josh Dobbs had to come in after being at practice for 2 days. Anybody else wins that game. 25-23 to the Cardinals when Kyler Murray just came back 3 days before. Anyone else wins that game. Buccaneers 29-25. Now the Panthers 9-7. We lost every game by 1 possession except for 2. Any other quarterback wins that game. Any of them.
I could relate. I said that to Neil right before this.
He just said that to me.
Except the difference is, if you had Desmond Ritter, you would have won less games. If I had Derek Carr, I would have won more.
But yet we still sit here.
Where's John Walford when you need him?
Oh man,
where is the Wolf?
Backing up Baker Mayfield.
He's back on Wall Street. Check his LinkedIn profile. Where's the Wolf? Where's Bryson?
You got Jake Browning sitting at 8-6 for the Bengals. They're balling.
We are also cooking up nicely, by the way, boys. We are cooking up, and we are mixing in the fucking pot a beautiful, wonderful family reunion back in Detroit. Rams, Lions, first round of the playoffs. Matthew Stafford back in Detroit. Jared Goff against his old team. First round of the playoffs. That's what we're cooking up towards. It's heading that way.
I'm on St. Brown. 9 catches, 165, 2 touchdowns.
No way. They haven't had a fucking wide receiver do that shit against them all year except AJ Brown.
Except for AJ Brown.
But when AJ Brown was just averaging 130 yards a game throughout the middle of the season for some reason, like that's one of the craziest stretches I've ever seen. He was just like his numbers on FanDuel were like 115. I'm like, what? 115?
Well, that's what happens when you almost threaten to punch the quarterback on live TV.
Yeah, you just get fed.
Yeah. And then Jalen Hurts was like, "Fuck out of here! I'm not getting your ball no more." And then we saw what happened when he doesn't get the ball.
Lawrence, everybody's picking the Rams heavily to win this game against the Saints. Like I'm not talking.
Okay.
I'm not talking a little bit. I'm talking like 65%.
Lawrence,
bro, why did we talk like what?
Lawrence,
why would I not be surprised by that?
He must not have watched the Saints play football this year. Like,
bro, I went down. Listen, shout out to FanDuel though. I ain't spend none of my money. Shout out to FanDuel for the trip to New Orleans. I got to watch them spot Jared Goff 21 points in a matter of 3 minutes and 21 seconds.
Oh, that's right. They got fucked up that game he was at.
But the Lions kind of stalled out in the game. But it's just that type of shit.
Yeah, but when you go up 21-0 in 3 minutes,
that's what the Saints do. They've been sorry all season. It comes down to a lot of shit, but I'm going to continue to blame Derek Carr. I'm going to continue to blame him. Do something. Like it's like that meme, like the stick figure with the stick. Do something. Poke, do something. Yeah, listen, that's the point. That's the point we're at. Where Kenny is saying he'll take a Saints quarterback. That's how bad the NFC South is.
Like, I just don't think, I really don't think anyone understands, because nobody in America is watching the Falcons games unless you're a Falcon fan.
I'm seeing shit that I've never seen.
No,
when I was there watching Detroit, bro, Detroit took over the dome. There's been no team that's ever done that.
Well, who the fuck wants to come watch that shit team play?
Anyway,
but before you say that, I did want to say, oh fuck, what was I gonna say? Shit. Oh fuck.
But like,
he fucked up.
I had to get
COVID brain.
We got to get. You said COVID brain. We had Drew Brees the whole time, bro. I've never seen a player get booed. I was there. He got booed off the field for 7 drives in a row, and he's sitting there shrugging off the field.
Come to Atlanta.
And then in that same game, Eric McCoy was about to suplex him going off the field because he was screaming at you. Don't first off, stop screaming at your lineman when you're playing shitty. You better be playing elite or good, screaming at your lineman. And then I think this season too, I said it to Kenny, like I think it was been open season. I think the lineman did the ole and let him get fucked up multiple times.
Derek Carr, you think?
Yes.
So you know what I gotta tell you, Derek? If you want to come somewhere where the old lineman ain't all in the videos,
the old line is definitely better over there.
All in the interviews. Come to the A. We'll treat you right.
So
they should have. To be honest, Atlanta should have called up Cam. He would have had the city jumping.
Listen, I know I was bullshitting, but we'd be in the same situation.
That boy's got no arm left, no arm, no shoulder.
I was about to say, we downhill and
you're better off with Taysom Hill at quarterback. Seriously, for real.
Now, after we got to play Would You Rather, and y'all got to ask me if I would rather have Desmond Ritter or someone else. I'm actually really curious how far down the rabbit hole I would go.
So I had two takes this year that were so astronomically off the charts from each other. It was insane. And I don't know if they're this crazy that they outweigh each other or even each other out, right? Like I said that the Texans were going to be a playoff team this year. And then tell the next one. There's more.
You had 2 other ones, actually.
I know, I did. So, but I'm not mentioning the other one because I'll
bring it up. But
wait, there's more. I also said that the Carolina Panthers were going to win the NFC South this year. Wow. So I don't know what's crazier. I
think me and Kenny both stopped mid sentence and just looked at each other like
we just had to let him go. And then do you know what his other?
I said hot take. I said the Commanders were going to be the second best team in the NFC East this year.
And not only that, you said the Cowboys were going to finish last.
Yeah. But Daniel Jones tore his ACL. Okay, listen. Daniel Jones tore his ACL.
But the Commanders
blew their team up mid-season. I mean, I couldn't predict that.
But the Texans.
But I did get the Texans.
Yeah, Texans.
And to be honest, I let my biased hatred for the Cowboys just really.
Yes, we know you did.
All right, because I hate the Cowboys so much. Like there's not many things I hate in life more than the 49ers and the Cowboys. Right? There ain't like you know what I'm saying.
Bills exposed them. Run the rock.
I just want you guys to notice how we didn't really speak about the Bills at all because there ain't much to say about them motherfuckers.
I mean, do we talk about fringe playoff teams that aren't our own?
No.
Okay.
Do we talk about overrated mediocre quarterbacks?
We talked about them when they beat the Chiefs. We gave them the
But here's the thing: like right now they're 10th in the AFC, so all right, we'll keep an eye on them when they're 10th seed right now. So you know,
hey, you know what else I said? You know what else I said that would happen this year? That the Bills were going to come in.
I like that
the Bills were going to come third in their division. I also said that too.
I said the Bills were going to miss the playoffs.
Me and Kenny both said the Bills were going to miss the playoffs. But I also said that the Bills were going to come third in the division this year.
Bills are ninth right now.
But we couldn't help that MetLife Stadium tore up his.
They're 8-6.
8-6. Oh, damn.
It's them and the Texans at 8-6 right now on the bubble at the top of the list.
Gotcha.
And then you got on the bubble for the NFC is
A lot of
Seahawks and
teams.
Saints 7-7.
Well, there's 26 teams.
And then you got Packers and Falcons sitting at 6-8. So
Falcons need that. Here, the Falcons need the Saints to lose Thursday, and then need the Saints to beat the Buccaneers next week, and then the Falcons need to beat the Saints week 18.
So you got to root for the
and
Saints.
we know ain't no goddamn
Yes,
sleep happening.
I have to root for the Saints week 17. I'm gonna vomit in my mouth.
Who beat the Falcons? The Falcons won the first game.
Falcons,
Yes.
yeah. 20
So you're-
was it
so you're getting
25-19?
You're
Right,
getting
so the
swept.
Saints are getting swept.
Yeah. What do you mean no?
No.
You're getting swept.
You just did all that talking about how bad they are.
Yeah.
This, that, the third.
But at the end of this division, when's the last time we even swept each other?
Probably not too long
last
ago,
year
honestly.
you guys swept us.
Yeah.
Oh,
I said I didn't even know that.
they got to return the favor now.
Bro, what kind of a fucking fan are you, bro?
Bro, listen.
Oh, hold on.
I don't let. At the end of the day, I'm not like some people that let this shit consume
What?
their
You
life
just don't
and-
know
and
like a
ruin their-
generic.
people.
You don't
Some
know like a
people.
generic stat about your favorite fucking team out of any sport. Like you don't even fuck with baseball, basketball, hockey, none of that. You only watch football, and that's your
I
favorite
do
team.
other shit in my life though. Like I'm not
You-
just
but
sitting
you-
there
but
thinking
like-
about the fucking.
but like,
one
that's
see.
your team. That's
Why
your
would I
fucking
care about
team.
them right now when they fucking suck?
Are you a fan of that team?
Bro, why would I care that?
Are you a
much?
fan of that team?
They're
Yes or no?
trash.
If you're a fan of that team, you know what fan is short for? Fanatic. Are you a fanatic of your team if you don't know every single fucking thing about
listen,
them? No,
preach-
you're not. So
Okay,
don't call
bitch,
yourself a
yeah,
fucking fan then, bitch.
Hey, listen,
Ooh.
it is what it is. I can
Handicap
fan
is
the
back.
way I want to fan. You fan how you want to fan. That's perfectly fine. You the fan police?
I smell
You the
bitch.
fan? You the fan police? Oh, hold on. Hold
I smell
on.
bitch through the mic.
Federal time. He's the
I can
fan.
smell it.
Fan police. Fan police.
I can smell it from here.
Is Trevor Lawrence overrated?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on how you rate him. Like, I don't really.
I don't know. Is he the prince that was promised?
I mean,
Is that,
right,
is that
like,
Peyton Manning number 2?
It's not. Listen, TikTok.
Time is definitely running out on the boy,
TikTok.
but his rookie year didn't exist. So
Yeah.
right.
his
What-
rookie
what
year,
did they go-
rookie year they hired a coach who brought in Tim Tebow. 7
Which
years
is
out
why,
of the league.
as much as I break Bryce Young's balls, like I can't hold this year against him.
No.
They fired his coach mid-year. He
Fired
had
his
no real
coach.
system around him.
Yeah.
He had
O-line
no
is
pieces around him.
busted.
Like,
Could you imagine if they didn't have Adam Thielen?
right, like so, like I break balls about like this guy, but did he ever have a chance this year? No.
Nope.
So right now, the Colts, Bengals, Browns, Jags, Chiefs, Dolphins, Ravens in the playoffs. And then you got the 49ers, Cowboys, Eagles, Lions, Bucks, Vikings, and Rams.
But I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. The Saints are gonna lose this week. The Bucks are gonna lose this week. The Falcons are gonna win out. The Saints are gonna beat the Bucks next week. The Saints are gonna lose to the Falcons in week 18 on a game that is gonna be put in NBC's Sunday primetime
That's a
game,
square.
because it will be for the division.
He said, I got the square.
Because it will be for the division.
And it's gonna be Atlanta Falcons quarterback number 4 Taylor Heineke versus New Orleans Saints quarterback number 4 Derek Carr. It writes itself, people. It writes itself.
If Heineke is even there, or even if Carr is there, he might not make it past this game.
So
That's
I
fine
was
by me.
actually thinking about that. I was thinking about the track record of the Rams playing against the Saints and how we fuck up every single one of their quarterbacks and make them leave the game or get hurt for the season. So Derek Carr. Actually, I hope they don't hurt Derek Carr because I'd rather play against Derek Carr than Jameis Winston.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I need Derek Carr to stay healthy enough though, because I need them to beat Tampa next week. So let's not get crazy here.
I need
That'd
it.
be perfect setup. Him against Tampa.
I need them to lose Thursday, but I need them to win next
We're
week.
gonna see
Like,
what-
we're not following.
We're gonna see what's
We're
going
all
on.
missing here. Like that's
One
the
thing,
key
oh
here.
man, it's already starting right now with the NFL and they're promoting for Thursday. They're going back to the fucking 2018 shit again. Oh my gosh! Let's take you back when it came down to one play, but they didn't play the entire game. The Saints didn't really have a chance.
I might have gumbo for dinner that night. courtesy of
Y'all
Marcus
some-
Peters.
Y'all some haters.
Oh,
Bro, I'll tell you what. I
No,
know.
I do want to say something. I find it funny. I find
Oh.
it funny that Neil just did that, and you did it too. But he started crying in the chat.
That's
when the
not what I
Saints
was
were doing-
saying, bro.
I
Because
thought that's
they
what you were saying.
they literally sacked him 4 times and did this after every sack. Like,
Right, he was
Okay.
saying it was overkill.
it was overkill. Like, we
Bro,
get it,
it
bro.
is
What?
what it
And
is.
plus, that's not even fucking
You
like that's
literally
nothing.
just did a dance from 2018.
because
Only
you
we
said they were
saying.
showing the clips from that game.
That's the only reason why I did
What
it.
are we listen, you're gonna be. I promise you, during the game, you're gonna be talking about this.
And the
You-
other
you
thing
don't-
is the
you
other
don't
thing is the
honor
Saints
that.
did that. The Saints did that shit. Every single player on the Saints did that shit.
Yeah.
That's only DeVito that did
but
that.
that's from.
And they're
that's
mocking
from
a
the
fucking
Saints.
they're mocking a fucking undrafted fucking rookie 3rd string quarterback. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're sacking a team that's fucking lost their starting quarterback.
Yes, but the dance
Like,
is part of the
Lost
city.
their backup.
Lost their
quarterback.
backup quarterback. Offensive line's in shambles. Has fucking 2
Hey, listen.
second-round picks as their number 1 and number
Didn't
2
they
wide
win the last 2
receivers.
weeks?
Darren Waller is their fucking tight end, and they're out here mocking them. I hope the Rams put up fucking 70 points on them.
You're not gonna do that. You're just not. You don't.
And
believe that.
just saying like about that game.
Stop
You know
it,
what's
you
funny about that
crazy
game
word.
back in 2018? Like that was a great fucking game. Like minus the one missed call.
Them shits is really like as far as like when even the regular season, it's fucking a great game. Both-
Like
both games.
minus the one missed call. That was a historically great playoff game. And
It's one of I was about to say it's one of my favorite games because you got even. I put it up there regardless of the loss, just from watching it from a fan standpoint.
Bro,
And then I always like 2015, the Seahawks and the Packers. where they did
Jared Goff-
field goal.
after that game, Jared Goff said he couldn't hear a single fucking word in that stadium. Like there
Bro,
was
you have to like
there
I'm
was
telling you,
nothing. He couldn't hear
it's-
anything.
It's insane. It's insane in there. Like it's wild.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man.
Bro,
Like,
Sean
as far-
Sean
from-
McVay
from-
and Jared Goff said, so first, you know how they were doing that whole communication up till like 10 seconds on the clock shit, right? Like Sean McVay basically said he couldn't do that shit anymore. It was all up to Jared. And Sean McVay said he couldn't hear after the game for like 3 or 4 days. That's how loud that stadium was. He said he's never heard a stadium that loud. And
When
they
me and
fucking
when
lost.
me and my dad went last year.
You
like,
still
that
lost the game.
That was early in the season, so it was fucking packed. And you like it's super loud. They got Juvenile playing, Lil Wayne playing, Chopper Styles playing, like people dancing everywhere. It's insane in there.
Oh, I
don't
can't
know.
wait.
I want to go to other stadiums. Like I want to go to Arrowhead. I want to go to the Bank.
You know what? If we
lot of places.
if we could reach in the bag deep in the funds, this game would have been good to go to in LA.
No, it's in New Orleans.
No.
It's not. It's in New Orleans.
No, I think it's in LA.
No, it's in New Orleans, I believe. I could be wrong, but
I thought it was in LA.
It's in LA.
Yeah.
it's in the.
It's
Oh,
in
okay,
LA.
okay.
I was finna say
Inglewood, baby.
I was gonna say it's in the wood.
Yeah, keep that one. Keep that one. That was wild, Corday. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Yeah,
You
put that shit away.
You never seen the movie?
Yeah, but we
that was bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right, whatever. Go fuck yourself. Why is Jacksonville still top 15 in the power rankings?
What's up right now? Y'all eighth
Because
in
they're in the
offense. Eighth in offense.
Was
18th in
NFL.com official or
11th in passing, 11th in rushing.
Or
Saints are
PFF?
14, 15, 14.
ESPN.
yeah? That's
Wow,
so-
the Rams went up 15 points to the 14th power team in power ranking. Holy fuck.
Y'all got y'all predicted they're predicting 25 to 21 Rams.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm not saying, but I'm saying Taylor Heineke's career record against Indy is 1-0. We got Indy this week. So
What's the stats?
Kenny,
Oh, God.
stats don't lie, Kenny.
You want to hear what old boy stats look like against?
Let me hear it.
Old boy went 23 of 31, 74% passing, 279 yards, and 1 tutty.
Oh,
Damn.
Hold on now.
Going into the bag.
And that
What's
was
good,
and that
What's
was
good,
with
bro?
Washington. That was with Washington when he ain't have no one there. He ain't have them guys. And now he's got them guys.
Speaking of Washington, somebody's got to save Terry McLaurin.
Well,
He's
Jacoby
all right.
Brissett saved him last week.
Bro.
Wait,
Jacoby
Sam Howell-
Brissett, Jacoby
What
Brissett
happened?
came out and said
They
Jacoby
benched Sam
Brissett
Howell.
scored
and
20,
put Jacoby Brissett
21
in.
straight points. He came off the
Did.
bench and scored in 3 drives. They scored
Terry
20
McLaurin
points.
had like 2 catches, and then Jacoby Brissett came in and he went out for like 140
No,
yards.
you're lying.
no.
No,
So,
that's what.
so he's benched for the season.
No,
No.
They said they just benched him.
They benched him
He
in
like
the
got
game.
dinged up, and they just were like, "Yeah, nah, set it out, bud." Like, good.
Yeah.
See, I had no clue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
no.
my
Terry-
fantasy quarterback. I
Well,
was about to get a straight 0. Oh shit, that's good. That's good that I
yeah,
found
Terry
that out.
only came to life not because of Sam Howell.
Oh wow. Yeah, but the thing is he got his money, so he can't really go nowhere. So
Now, do you know what's crazy about Terry McLaurin's numbers this year? He has worse numbers than Drake London, and Drake London's in quarterback hell.
Oof.
it's fucking crazy.
I mean, there was that one game we had cardio and shit. Oof.
Drake London had a lot of them.
what do they got? They got the Saints at 17th in power ranking. They are number 1 in pass breakups. The Saints have been excellent at both taking the ball away and defending passes. They rank first in the league with 87
That's
pass
what they do.
breakups.
Shout out to Alante Taylor, Paulson Adebo,
Paulson Adebo, 15
and
pass breakups.
Isaac Giddem. Shout out to them. Alante Taylor is one of them ones.
Suck.
Great pickup out of Tennessee.
Suck.
He should go to outside corner though.
Suck. Suck.
Hater.
I just tell like it is.
What's going, yo, Phil? What's going on over there? We didn't forget the news that came out.
It is happening.
The era is over.
At this point, I mean, I'm just happy we're moving on from something just because of
3
how
wins,
yeah.
Phil.
Hey, what is it? I think we're top 2 right now because the Cardinals won.
I had a mid diagonal pick.
But you know, I would just like to say, I
Low
learned
to mid low. I guess
I learned something from Phil that's
Low to
really
mid-low.
good about this football season for the Falcons. We're either going to make the playoffs and have like a low draft pick, or like not make the playoffs and have like a mid to high tier one. So no matter what, it's a win-win. Like, you know, I can't.
As you should, King. I
That's
mean,
how we look at it this
I
year.
mean, hopefully it's true, but I'll say it's reports because Bill Belichick. I think they asked about him in the press conference. He was all like, you know, Bill Belichick like not answering it fully. So, hey, whatever happens, happens. I'm just hoping we finally move on and you know, finally start that rebuild bullshit. So it's tough. Christian Gonzalez got hurt at the beginning of the year, but hopefully he
That
can,
wouldn't have made a fucking difference.
I still want to see him play, regardless.
Could he play quarterback?
I mean, at this point, if Jacoby Myers could, maybe he could too. But yeah, and they're both gone right now. So.
Jacoby Myers was actually a quarterback, though.
Yeah, right. He should have. We should have paid him instead of Juju Smith-Schuster's injured, broken ass. But
See, but don't do that to Juju because Juju was literally just productive last year. So don't sit here and act.
But
like
he came in injured this year.
You played receiver with Matt Jones and Bailey Zappi throwing you the ball. Stop it. He was just productive last year.
He was the hospital.
He was productive with Duck Hodges as his quarterback. So don't do Juju like that.
Juju on that beat. Hey, Juju on that beat.
It's just like he was injured. I do like Juju though.
Slide chat. Hit the folks
What do we got
chat.
for pick'ems?
Yeah, let's get to the pick'ems, man. Oh man, I'm conflicted.
You already know who I got, Kenny. You already know who I got. Don't even ask the question. Thursday night, Rams.
It's going down.
1-point victory.
It's going down.
He said
He said 1 point victory.
I got the Rams by 3 scores.
Damn.
Lawrence, you have the Saints.
Not gonna happen. It's not this shit.
Phil, who you got, Phil?
Phil,
Who is it? The Rams Saints?
Yep.
Rams.
He's taking the Los Angeles Rampions,
The Rampions.
aka the champions. You know how that goes.
He's gonna run wild, Elvin.
And then we got
run wild.
You see this?
That's kind of fire though. It's got the green screen behind it.
right.
Oh, that is kind of fire. You got the SoFi Stadium in the fucking.
Hold on. Merch I did. Hold on.
And then we got 2 games on Saturday. They're not even. Do we want to pick Cincy and Pittsburgh and Buffalo and the Chargers?
Oh, I bet Buffalo and the Chargers not bad.
Yeah, but Easton Stick is playing quarterback.
Oh yeah, no, skip those games.
Yeah, right. Like I'm not wasting our time with those ones. We'll pick the 3 Christmas games.
Let the what's her name put 60 on your head.
Vegas and Kansas City. Because even though that one looks ugly on paper, like that's always like a weird game.
Yeah.
But I'm still taking Kansas City. But like it
Where's
might
the
be a good
game?
game to watch. The game is
Kansas City.
it's at Allenhead.
Oh, Allenhead. Yeah, give me Kansas City.
That bullshit.
Kansas City versus
Vegas.
Can't believe motherfuckers are celebrating
Kansas
winning
City.
in the regular season.
Kansas
Never
City.
could be me.
Lawrence.
I got Kansas City. Travis Kelce, 2 touchdowns.
Right,
No.
like I'm
They're
not
going
picking
to do the River on
against
Rosie again.
Not
and then we
Travis Kelce,
got
2 touchdowns.
see they
Why
made
not?
Tommy
He sucks now.
He said he sucks.
Yeah.
He's he's on Taylor Swift's private jet too much.
Yeah, he's on the yacht.
Facebook be giving you the weirdest sponsored fucking posts.
There was an article by like one of those it was like People or something. Someone that doesn't cover sports clearly. And there was an article about Travis Kelce not going to one of her concerts, and they were like, because he had to go to practice because that's mandatory, so he couldn't miss it.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't miss it. Like, duh.
Travis Kelce misses Taylor Swift's concert because he's an NFL football player.
Yes.
Bro, y'all gotta watch I forget what, I think it's on FX, and I think it's called Hive or some shit, and it talks about like, it's a show about like a crazy fan, and she's like, pretty much it mimics the fan bases of Nicki Minaj, Taylor Swift, Beyonce.
Makes sense.
And they go around killing people that talk bad on them.
But I thought it was crazy. I was like, what professional editor read that and was like, I don't think we should print this. Like, I think everyone should have an idea that he can't miss a practice to go. But okay.
Bro, even this one, it was the article said she travels with a private jet, and it takes up I don't know how many gallons of gas, and it was like she has to plant 22,000 trees for the next 10 years to offset what she used to go see Travis play.
But did you see what the conspiracy theory was? Why the first game she went to was against the Jets? Because they said if you typed in Taylor Swift Jets on Twitter, it was that stat right there, and it made her look bad. But then if you started typing in Taylor Swift Jets after that, it was all videos of her at the Jets game.
Wow.
Now again, we're getting deep into the weeds here, but
I
I thought
put
that
my
was
tinfoil hat on.
So that just popped up on my Facebook today, and I was like, "What the fuck? I don't care about this."
right.
I just hit see less, but
Yeah. Okay. Next game. Tommy Cutlets versus Almost Hurts.
Damn. Give me the fucking Eagles. These games suck.
yeah, it's gonna be the Eagles. They
Yeah,
might.
They
They're
might
gonna
put up
probably try
60
to.
points.
Yeah, they're gonna. They have
So
to beat the brakes off of
You're
them.
taking the Eagles too?
Yeah, Eagles roll.
Well, you know,
John
It's on
Morant got
Christmas
28
Day.
tonight, by the way.
it's on Christmas Day, which means it will be a
There we
day
go.
after Tommy Cutlets just enjoyed the Feast of the Seven Fishes with his family. Give me Cutlets, baby. I'm going with the G-Men to make it a 4-game losing streak for the Eagles.
Imagine.
And all hell is gonna break.
Is it at New York or is it at Philly?
It's in Philly, but I don't care if it's at the link, if it's at the sink, if it's at a rink. Tommy Cutlets.
While he's wearing a mink? Oof.
Oh.
All hell's gonna break loose in that city if they lose. Oh man,
Another Monday night.
I'm about to go see my boys. Put them in a support group.
Baltimore versus San Fran.
Oh
I
my
got
goodness.
Baltimore. Big trust.
Big
We'll
trust.
be
Woo,
blessed.
woo.
Give me the ball.
For fantasy reasons, man.
Give me the
Same,
Baltimore
almost same.
Ravens.
We'll both have Lamar Jackson. I feel
Lamar
you.
Jackson
So
knows.
somebody was breaking this down. They said they want the big three in the NFC to have the same record, so it can be like some crazy shit at the end. So
That's
I think
cool.
the Ravens will win this.
San Fran, baby.
I got
Rock the Glock.
Baltimore.
And then a fifth one just for funsies. Dallas and Miami. At Miami.
At Miami. That's
Just
Hit the over, man. Hit the over.
I'm gonna go Miami, but Lamar Jackson's only lost one game in his career against an NFC team. So
Big trust.
But all them records got broke this year. Green Bay hadn't lost a game in December. Then they hadn't lost a home game in December. They hadn't allowed a perfect passing rating.
I hear you, but you're also comparing Green Bay to Lamar Jackson.
Okay, I'm just saying all those that's just records I throw out. I'm just saying records have been broken this year. Like those are
Records are made to be broken.
Neil's got Miami.
I'm taking. I'm gonna take the Cowboys.
Mm.
Take the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Cowboys. I don't think they lose 2 in a row here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dallas as well. Mostly because I just would really like to see the Eagles fall from being the top seed all year to having to go on the road for every playoff game.
Oh man! Imagine if what's the name? I don't think they'll get in. Imagine if Seattle somehow gets in, and then the Eagles got to end up playing them.
It's actually very possible.
That would be crazy.
If somehow to Seattle were to get, there's a chance like Seattle gets the 7th seed and Philly gets a 2 seed and they meet up in the first round. And I would start Drew Lock at the link.
Talking about.
And I would tell him today, you listen to nothing but Jeezy all day.
Oh,
He will. You know he's going to.
That's all the games we got.
That's all of them.
Oh man. All right, man. Let me laugh. Well, yeah, I got a question for y'all. Who y'all starting in fantasy for quarterback, man? I need some help. This is in this other league.
They talked to Phil, not us. Me and Kenny are out.
I got DeVito.
Right?
I got Al, DeVito, Flacco on my roster.
Oh, you start
Commanders?
out.
You said start Al?
Who are the Commanders for you?
The Commanders are playing
The Bills, right?
They're playing
the Jets. Absolutely not. I'm starting I'm starting Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Joe
Cleveland versus
Joe Flacco versus Houston.
Yeah.
And then the usual, obviously the shit bums are in the free agency. Carr, Wilson, Stick, Rudolph, Heineke, Aiden O'Connell.
Nah, you start Flacco.
Flacco,
yeah. Start Flacco, 100%.
He's playing against the Texans too.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's what I was between him or how. I'm DeVito. I'm definitely not playing. He's gonna probably be roadkill that game. But
Lawrence, what you got your preview for your matchup with Woodman coming up? How we looking?
Right now, I think my lineup is honestly pretty set. I'm gonna finally play T. Higgins in my lineup again and just let whatever happen. I bench him. He scores 30. I play him. He's gonna score .20.
He's about to get clamped up by Joey Porter Jr.
I ain't worried about him. But yeah, what me and Woodman's matchup is gonna be fucking crazy. I just gotta hope CMC doesn't do what he's been doing all season, which he probably will. So we'll see.
Oh my God, Syracuse just got another 4-star edge rusher from the SEC. This one from Georgia. This is unbelievable what's going on in Syracuse, New York.
Yeah, you're definitely about to be writing about a scandal.
We're gonna have a college football playoff team in upstate New York next year. I don't think the rest of the world understands this. They're gonna finish top 12 in the country and be in the playoff next year.
Wait, during the ACC, right?
Yeah.
We just had a national champion in the upstate New York area.
Yes, we did. Shout out to SUNY Cortland.
That was a great game, man.
Yes, it was.
Game. That quarterback, he had 500 all-purpose, 5 TDs. He was losing his mind.
In the first half, they had no points.
Bro, he looks like he's fucking 5'7".
Yeah, he went nuts.
Yeah. All right, man. Any last words, fellas? What's up? I know Nils, he can't wait. 2 more sleeps.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. For me, I mean, Neil mentioned it a little bit earlier. John Moran's back in the NBA. 25 game suspension is now gone. He dropped 28. What was the stats? 28 and
he's still playing.
He's still dropping. So he's still playing.
John Moran is back.
Hey, John Moran. Hopefully they can save the Grizzlies because they needed him badly. Yikes.
But they need Adams. They need a big too on that.
Yeah, they're gonna struggle with. If Jared Jackson's your main 5.
Yeah, he's not. He's trying to be a 2-guard. You can't have a big man.
He'll either give you an amazing defensive performance or he'll fall out in the first half. So
dude be dribbling like he's a 1-guard and then tries to shoot like Steph Curry and he's 7 foot.
Yeah, but other than that, hey, I excited for my matchup against Billy. Hopefully, I can make the championship against Lawrence or Woodman. If not, we're playing with house money at this point. I wasn't expecting to be here, so I'm happy to be
Playing
here.
with house money, you ain't won no money yet.
I mean, technically, if I
What the
lose,
fuck
I
are
can
you
still get
talking
third.
about?
Well, I'm saying I'm
Hey, tell
hanging on.
Phil, tell them to be quiet. They don't.
I'm
know
not supposed
what
to be
winning
here.
like.
I'm happy to
You
be
feel
here.
me? They don't know what winning like. They
Nah,
don't know what winning like.
Neil,
Come on, man. They
first
eliminated.
of all, they're both over there. We're defending champions over here.
I'm a defending champion too.
That league is disbanded, doesn't
Yeah,
exist
that
anymore.
don't count no
It's
more.
just like claiming a Super Bowl before the merger.
It's
Doesn't
just-
Okay,
it's
well,
just
my
like-
college,
it's
my
just
college,
like-
my college no longer
I was
exists.
just about to say it's like the
Their debt.
decree from the college.
right. It's
Oh, so my debt disappeared then? If we're making that comparison?
Mine almost they had to merge too in Pennsylvania too. So
I'm just saying.
it's like
A ring is a ring.
I haven't been on the show in a minute, so my last words are going to revolve around the one and only GOAT James. Won the in-season tournament.
So Tuesday?
Won the in-season tournament, and this motherfucker, like you got to look at around the league, like some of the people that they say the greatest players in the league right now, Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and like these motherfuckers are gonna have to average 35 points a game for the next 15 years to even come close to LeBron's scoring record. Like LeBron's scoring record, and he's still going. LeBron's scoring record's never going to get broken. Never, ever, 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 ever going to get broken ever. And they said that shit about.
You can tell he's much more healthy than he was last year too.
Bro, he's fucking 40 years old. He's going to play until he's 45. He actually might. He actually, seriously, no joke, could actually play till he's 45.
and be productive is the thing. Like,
Bro, Kevin Garnett hated this motherfucker, and he's finally coming.
He's defending.
Around.
Well,
He's
he hated him as a competitor, but like he hated competing. Like, but he respected him. There's a difference. Like Paul
Right.
Pierce,
He just hated
is a
losing to
flat-out
him.
hater. Like
Yeah.
Paul Pierce is a hater, and
But
Kevin Garnett told him that.
My thing is, Paul Pierce last year was saying that he the one, but now Paul Pierce the other day was like, nah, he's not top 5 in the league. He can't be. But last year he was just saying he was definitely top 5 in the league. I don't know.
Something just came up on my
Yes, sir.
memories on Facebook. It was like yesterday of KG when he said, which obviously is coming around now, but you know, LeBron ruined basketball when he went to Miami and brought those guys over. And I just, again, would like to remind people that people forget that the Celtics did it first when they brought Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen,
Well, when they do
Paul
it.
Pierce there. and Phil's sitting there like, damn, I can't say nothing because he's right.
I mean, Karl Malone went to the Lakers, so did
Okay, but Karl
Barkley and
Malone
stuff
went there when
as
Karl Malone was dirt old. They're not.
well. What about the Rockets as well? The old school Rockets.
Yeah, but who did they bring in?
They brought Drexler.
Who was old?
Hey, Drexler, Olajuwon, and Barkley.
They were all if they were all on the team at the same time again, they were old.
And they didn't win a ring.
Right.
Oh yeah, no,
Well,
they won.
They won a ring. Drexler and them won a ring because they beat Shaq's Magic. Which again, if they were playing against Shaq and Magic, they were old.
Via trade, but I get what LeBron's saying. I get what
What,
Keith sort of.
what about you, Kenny? What's your last words, man?
Well, I already got all excited about Syracuse football, so I won't go off about that. But Juan Soto is a Yankee. Yamamoto is about to be a Yankee.
Ugh.
It's going to be a glorious.
Resist is gonna be crying in the chat.
Yep.
He's a top prospect.
He's the top international free agent.
Yep.
Okay, so I watched some film on him in pitching.
Yeah.
Yeah, he throws gas.
Yeah, he's pretty filthy, and he's going to be paired up with Garrett Cole, so the Yankees will now have a 1-2 punch finally. But and that's Christmas, so Merry Christmas, everybody. And
Facts.
I'm hoping all I want for Christmas is for the Saints to lose Thursday, and then win next week, and then lose week 18.
That's a lot.
Oh man, it's gonna be so wonderful. Just I get fueled from the hate everywhere from the chat.
But that's
everybody in the group chat and on Facebook too.
But can I ask?
They can't wait for Thursday.
Neil and
They
Phil,
can't wait for Thursday.
is that hate if I need that for my team to make the playoffs? It's not like I'm just saying.
No.
Lawrence is always saying people are hating on him.
I need this for my team to make the playoffs. Like,
I'm talking about the group chat. When the game starts, obviously everybody's gonna be talking shit. That's what I'm
of
saying.
course.
Not just listen. I say all the time. The only person that I'm accepting any smoke from is you. Everybody else is bullshit because it got nothing to do with we in the same division. Everybody else,
That's a fact.
fuck out
And,
of here. Neil, fuck out of here.
especially in our dog shit division this year, I know that none of them are actually watching the game, so I don't want to hear their mouth.
That's a fact.
Like, just if
That
I
is a
got to hear
fact.
one more person talk about Bijan's usage, like, you don't watch the games, bro.
I like Young Wei. I like Young Wei though.
Like,
what's
I'm here for
Bijan doing? I bet him for blah blah blah.
right? It's like stop betting them. I don't know what to tell you. I don't get it. We are 15 weeks in, and you are surprised when he doesn't get the ball in the red zone. Why? What is surprising you about this?
Just bet on the kicker.
Yes.
I was about to say for me, man, I'm excited to watch the Rams Saints game Thursday. I don't even know how many primetime games the Saints have had this season. They don't deserve any. They don't deserve any at all, but because of how they played. But I'm excited to see them ready for all the drafts that certain people have on Facebook waiting because they're crybaby bitches. But let's go Saints.
Fuck
Ain't
you.
worried about the Rams.
Fuck you.
All late hits. They called up Greg. Greg has an extra fund. He put a word is he got $2 million for the defense. All late hits.
Fuck.
Ooh, Christmas Day Lakers Celtics, Phil?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah, Christmas Day. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Christmas is basketball.
Christmas Day basketball is the best.
Bro, nah,
the best holiday sport.
I know y'all remember the one
It's
commercial of the Jingle Bells.
Bro,
it's
the best, bro. That is the best. I mean, I get Thanksgiving football is cool and all, but Thanksgiving as a whole holiday, to be honest, kind of trash. Christmas Day basketball is the best.
You know he a Grinch. You know he a Grinch. You know he a Grinch.
Nah, he sound like an ungrateful child. Thanksgiving.
I hate Thanksgiving. No. Here's the thing about me, which we could take this offline if you want to, but Thanksgiving is the worst holiday in my opinion.
What?
By far.
It's literally the best holiday because it's the only one that doesn't revolve around gifts. It's just about being with your family, being thankful,
and Black
eating
Friday.
Good food.
Yeah,
like it's
I
literally the best holiday.
Kenny, I do that shit on Sundays, brother. That's a Sunday dinner for me. Like
there's no other worse holiday than
glorified
Thanksgiving,
Sunday
though?
dinner. It's even better.
That's what I'm saying.
It's got to be a worse holiday than Thanksgiving.
It's wonderful.
What's the worst holiday in Thanksgiving? There isn't one. It's Thanksgiving. It's the worst.
Halloween, if you ask me.
Oh, Halloween is the best. Halloween is the best.
He's a child. That makes sense.
I fucking love. First off, Christmas.
Someone.
Christmas for me is number one. Christmas is the best. Like we get Christmas Eve is crazy. Christmas Day is crazy. The day before Christmas Eve is awesome. Family comes from all over the fucking place. We got the Feast of the Fishes. We got fucking
yes.
I'm tired of spending money, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I don't give. I love giving gifts. I fucking ball out every year for all my family, my brothers, my mom, everybody. Like everybody's getting gifts for the boy. So I love giving that shit. Christmas is the best. Christmas basketball. There's just something about sitting in front of the fireplace with freshly opened gifts and watching LeBron James play.
You notice how he said the freshly? He's a child. That's what he figured out.
I'm up. Listen, I'm up early morning.
Wait, so are you upset if you don't get a gift?
Me?
Yeah,
that would never happen.
Socks.
Because there was that one year where you threw a fucking
never. Motherfuckers know.
We can never do that.
See, he's here. Motherfuckers know. See, so now I get why he don't like things.
If we were in a fucking apocalyptic times, my friends, my family would still find a way to get me a bottle cap or something as a gift because that's how crazy I am.
Fallout?
Yeah, exactly. They would give me currency.
Speaking of Neil, I got a gift for you here, bro.
Let me see my shirt, baby. Damn, that's fresh too. That's clean.
Over under on 2.5 weeks sitting in Kenny's place.
It's way over. It's been a month and a half.
No, continue to.
Sure?
It's been over a month.
Oh no, that shit been almost
2 months.
Probably longer.
Yeah, it was when I had surgery. I had surgery October 5th, so that's been there for 2 months. Kenny won't bring it to me. He's a pussy.
I don't even know where he lives anymore.
Actually, that's the best part. Nobody knows.
I'm
working on the NBA right now.
Just actually, this isn't a green screen behind me. I'm actually in the press box.
Throw something behind you.
Oh man. All right, man. We about to get up out of here. We shot early today on a Tuesday instead of tomorrow and Wednesday. Happy holidays to everybody that's tuned in, man. IBTE Sports Podcast. Appreciate y'all. And
fuck the Saints.
I just want to say something else too.
No, fuck the Saints.
I usually say fuck the Falcons, man, but I'm a spirit of the day.
No, fuck the Saints. I said it first, motherfucker. No, I said that shit first.
Listen, you ain't let me speak. You over here rude.
Kenny, tell him, Kenny. How many scores, Kenny?
He said 3.
Trace bien.
Count them.
¿Cómo está? Muy bien.
He said Trace, baby. Yo, bro, you stupid. All right, we up out of here, man. We appreciate y'all. Peace.